Welcome back, guys, and today we're going to be bringing you something a little bit different. Basically, I've got a quest on at the minute for 40 whole gold, which is counter 5 spells. So what better way to counter 5 spells than build a terrible Simic control deck and make the magic happen. Now, I'd go any other colour than green because I'm kind of sick of green, but to be honest, the only good unlocks I've got are in green, and the only good bombs I've got are... Where are they? Gaia's Revenge. This is pretty much as good as it gets for me, so I'm kind of forced to build around these. And I'm not going to spend long in here, just simply because the fact of that all the random one-offs and stuff you see me with, and like the Elvish Visionaries, for example, 2 of, it's because I don't have any more. I can't. There's no point, like, in my opinion, there's no point going through like saying this is why I've got this card in, because for a lot of the cards in this deck, it's kind of just I've got nothing better to put in at the minute, so it's not really helping anyone. But I'll just kind of give you a quick overview, just so people know what's in my deck. So if you can see a way, like way I could have top decked my way out of it or something like that, then you kind of have an idea. But pretty much these are 3 early game creatures: Visionary, Gatekeeper Vine, and Undercity Troll. All of them just decent creatures to throw out in the game at the start. Either draw your cards, draw your lands, or just never die in this case of Undercity Troll. And we move on to a bit of our control here. We have 3 Telling Time. Amazing. It's a good card. I really wish you didn't put it on the bottom of your library. That's. I mean, we do have ways to shuffle our library, but it's just kind of regretting when you hit 3 good cards. But you can't really do much about it. 1 Disperse because we only have 1. 1 Displacement Wave though, that's pretty nice. We managed to hit one of them. Nissa because Nissa sorts through your deck like nothing else, plus mana fix. 2 Reclamation Sages because this deck kind of has a mini elf theme as well, just more of the control side than just straight out aggro. Sphinx's Tutelage because we're drawing a bunch of cards, so we might as well mill someone for it. 2 Claustrophobia because we only have 2 Claustrophobia. Calculated Dismissal because we only have 1 Calculated Dismissal. Well, there's our first counterspell. Same with Anchor of the Ether and this is Pilgrimage. Only got 1 of, so both good cards in this deck though, so we'll run both of them. 2 Separatist Void Mages because they bounce stuff, and that's obviously pretty nice. He comes where the elf sort of synergy comes in. We have 1 Dwynnin. She gives other elves +1/+1. Obviously she's a 1 of, so I don't rely on this synergy, but it's obviously nice if you can get like 3/2 Reclamation Sage and stuff like that. And also, quite more importantly, when she swings in, she gains you life, which in a control deck is obviously pretty nice. I know what Empath we only have 1, but it's scries and you've got a creature on the top. So it basically goes 3 cards deep if you put a creature on the top. So that's Land of Wild Path. More card draw here with Inspiration. Just as good as it was last game. And then Countermand we run 3 of. To bring us to 4 counterspells in total. And this has got a semi-mill theme as well, just because a lot of the counterspells also mill. So might as well try and build something like that. Same with Talent of the Telepath. Apparently this card's bugged at the minute. Like, in a positive way, a bit like how Spider Spawn and Dublin Season was in last game. But I guess we'll... I don't think it'll be as game-breaking as that, though. Wild Instinct just as removal. Most likely you'll be able to trade at least after using this card. And then finally, like I said before, only 2 good bombs and Gaia's Revenge. Land is fairly self-explanatory, tilted more towards blue because we have a bunch of double blue. And yeah, like I said, I didn't want to spend long on this. I want to jump straight into the action. I've playtested... I think it was 3 games against the AI, which were embarrassingly good. Not because the deck was like rolling like a well-oiled machine. It was just more the computer kept a 1 land hand and didn't draw into land. That happened for 2 of the games, and then the 3rd one I kind of got a nut draw with like every single elf. So I beat him just to beat him down with elves. But I played 1 online before. I'm not even gonna lie. I stopped the video halfway through, not because not for any reason like the video was boring. I was every turn I was making a mistake with this deck, each one worse than the last. Like stuff like I played a Claustrophobia and then I was like, oh, you won't be able to sack out my creature with Blood Flow because Claustrophobia. I mistook Claustrophobia for Suppression Bonds, but no, you can still use abilities when you've been Claustrophobiaed. And it pretty much just went downhill from there. Every turn I was just tilting. I had Nissa in my hand for about 5 turns, able to flip her. And every turn I just kept playing land. before I thought, and it was just getting embarrassing. It was like no one was learning from this. I mean, I was starting to hate myself, and I didn't didn't want to put anyone else through that. I'd love to find a game though. I mean, it's typical. I've been finding games like every 5 seconds, and then you start looking for a match with that little record button hit, and then this sort of thing happens. And I mean, to be honest, I don't really have much to talk about. My packs, with my packs in the minute, just like I said, every single pack just seems to be tailor-made for Gruul, and there's only so much Gruul you can grind with before you start like having a hankering of placing colours. I mean, I still haven't even touched white. Hey, there we go. Playing red Jace, and he's in a sandy background, which tells us nothing, I don't think. But let's see how we roll out here. Try and get just all. To be honest, if I counted 3 spells over the period of this video, I'll be happy. And let's see our hand. 2-lander, Visionary Gatekeeper. Yeah, this is a keep. This is a keep. Counterspell as well. This is actually a pretty solid hand. We don't see a land, we go Gatekeeper. We can keep counterspells up. This guy is running 60 cards. You have to mull down to 6 there. I'm running 61 because I'm just better than everyone else. And if it costs me a game, it costs me a game. And we hit a land, so I think we can safely go Visionary here. And then next turn we can start keeping counters up, or we can, depending on what he does really. As an inspiration, that's a good draw if we find land, which we should with Gatekeeper Vine. Seeing Demir across from us is uncommon to say the least. That's a turn 2 Jace. Can we deal with that? We can screw him over with Claustrophobia. Do we Claustrophobia? If we Claustrophobia, he can't activate Jace, and then unless he bounces our enchantment, and he can't ever flip it. So I think the Claustrophobia is worth it here. I know we let down our counter shields for a turn, but not giving him the ability to flashback spells and cycle through his deck is pretty nice. Next turn, if we don't hit a land, we can just Gatekeeper, otherwise we'll be keeping Inspiration and Countermind up all day. But let's hopefully he doesn't have a powerful 3-drop. And he has a powerful 3-drop, that was unfortunate. It's a 2-3 I guess, which isn't terrible to deal with, could be worse. We don't hit a land, so we're going to have to Gatekeeper here. If he is playing artifacts though, we do have a Reclamation Sage. Yeah, why not? What do we want to get? Might as well get a gate. We don't have a play this turn. Like I said though, if I counter 2 spells over the period of this game, and over the period of this video, and manage to win at least 1, I'll be happy. I would have loved to keep a counterspell up for this turn, but we didn't hit the land. Nothing we can do about that, and we would have not had to deal with a Juggernaut. Is there any way we can get around that at the minute? Not really. Oh, is there any way we can get around that as we've got a Reclamation Sage in hand? As you can tell, I'm fantastic at this game. That's embarrassing. Displacement Wave. I don't think we have to worry about that just yet. I think right now we take out the Jug and get a point of damage through. We're not going to win any races, but it's better than getting hit for 5 a turn. Haven't been able to keep a counter up yet though. We've always had to respond to something, which is not where you want to be. I want to be in a situation where he's kind of just got that aeronaut on the field and I've got my counters and my inspiration up. Don't have a 5-drop. What could he have? He could have that demon thing. That would pretty much just be. Well, it wouldn't be terrible though. We do have a displacement wave to get rid of cast it for 0 just to get rid of it. No point double. If we hadn't swung in there, I guess we could have double blocked, but he could have just had an artifact. So I don't regret that. And we're in the situation we wanted to be in. So that's nice. Got our counterman and inspiration up, and we can start getting this party started, hopefully. I don't really know which order you blow your counterspells here. I mean, calculated dismissal obviously gets worse as the game goes on, so I guess that's the first one you blow unless you have 3 open mana. In which case you blow Countermind. I guess we'll get to find out here though. If he taps out, probably calculated dismissal. Perilous Mer. Let's play mind games with him, we're not going to counter that. He's probably trying to bait a counter if anything. Getting this for 2, but we're going to be drawing 2 cards at the end of this turn. We're not that low in life. And there we go. What would we like to see? Gaia's Revenge would be nice. Even though we don't have the mana for it yet, but it'd just be nice to have your win condition somewhere near the top of your deck. More card draw would be nice. Sphinx's Tutelage isn't bad. I think we can play the Tutelage and keep the calculated dismissal up. But we can't really swing in here, otherwise he'll just take out both our creatures for a Perilous Mer, because Perilous Mer is just... it just wins. It's just everyone runs it. If you can run Perilous Mer, you run Perilous Mer. And it's a colourless artifact, so that doesn't really take any things out of the book. I mean, we could... the thing is, we don't really want to Displacement Wave because he's got a Jace and we'd be bouncing our own enchantment. But no. Let's start getting our mill game on. We've got 4 cards there, that wasn't terrible. Let's see what we stole. Well, we got rid of an Erebus Titan, that's pretty... oh, hang on. What's this thing's ability against some recursion? Whenever a creature leaves an opponent's graveyard, you may discard it. Okay, so... not much is going to be leaving my graveyard. Do we just blow that thing now? Because it's never not going to be there. Plus it gets rid of flying. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. It's going to be there. We're going to have to deal with it. I think we need to accept that now. So I probably should have attacked in last turn. But on the advantage now, we can start abusing Sphinx's ability with the draw and discard a card. I'd almost have been tempted to take out the wall there instead of my creature, but... So, I don't know, I think we're a bit late for the mill game. Do we want him to regrip? He's only got 2 cards in hand. I think we can start. I think, to be honest, if we're going to get to, I don't think we're going to win this game at this point. So we might as well start blowing some of our counters just to... well, that's I'm happy with what I milled there. We might as well start trying to get that 40 gold at least out of this game. It's not over yet though. We draw Gaia's Revenge and we're back in it instantly. Don't have another creature, that would be sad. He does not. Okay. Claustrophobia, that's beautiful. Because we can claustrophobia that thing down and keep our counter spells up. And if he's got his own countermind, this will be the only this will be the only counterspell battle you'll ever see in this game, considering how terrible they are. Keep inspiration on top, land can go bottom. But that worked out well. If he doesn't draw a bomb next turn, we have hope. That's honestly what it comes down to. But we're still not the game nice. We've got him 14 cards deep. Damn it! No, that's a bit of revelation. Never mind. I thought it was the demon guy. I'm so paranoid of him. The 2/2 that brings a 5/5 with it. Like, halfway through his library, he finds a Perilous Mer. That's not going to do anything. Unless he can sack it. We're hitting an inspiration this turn. I mean, I'm getting slightly more hopeful right now. 31 cards, 29, fair enough. But we're going to be drawing 2 more here. We can counter something as well. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can counter something and inspiration. So we're not in a terrible situation. He's attacking in here. That doesn't make any sense. Unless he's got that -1 rogue elf. But no, he does not. No, we can't counter that. And I know it's a 10-turn clock right now. That's my thing with it. There's more important stuff we're gonna need to counter. 2 lambs. That's not where I wanted to be. 21, 23. That wasn't where we want. I mean, you've got to treat it as you will mill 2 cards a turn. We're getting there though. Just need to stall the game a bit longer. So we're not going to bounce with the Separatist Void Mage yet. We're on a 10-turn clock, and I think we can mill him out by then, if we're lucky. So I'm genuinely surprised we managed to stage a comeback in this game. Flesh to Dust, that's getting countered. We need to keep our wall. That's milling 4 more cards in his graveyard. Down to 15. Got a displacement wave to stall out some extra turns if we need it. We've got plenty of stall. I'm feeling hopeful. Obviously our counterspell mana is down. We don't have any more counterspells, but we might get there. I'm assuming he's storing a land in hand at this point. More land is not where we wanted to be. Got him to 13 cards. We can Sphinx's Revelation, so we're doing it for at least 4 a turn. So that's a 3-turn clock on his half. I'm really nervous right now, and I shouldn't be. Got a displacement wave, so I can just bounce every single thing into his hand. Come on, we can get the win. We've already got a counterspell achievement this game, but we might as well top it off with a win as well. Get our Sphinx's tutelage. It's going to start storing lands in our hand now, because we're going to be discarding them. Disperse is lovely. 12 cards. 10. 8. Okay. No need to try and rush mill him here. But we can just bounce anything to his hand if he does have a big creature now. Frostlynx is going to tap down our guy. But I still think we beat this race if we bounce the Frostlynx. 9. 6, yeah, okay. If we bounce the Frostlynx here, I think we're alright. He can tap it down again, but I don't... He's got his own counter, man. That's unfortunate. We might have to play the Separatist Void Mage as just a jump blocker. Hit another land. Mill him again. He's down to 5. No, he's down to 3. So have we got him dead next turn? So if we have any way to mill him, just 1 point to mill, which we can just do with the Sphinx. Yeah, we got him. Whew. We got him. And discard, doesn't really matter. We drew another land, but... And he's gone. But that's how you do it. We got stupidly lucky there, though. We drew pretty much both our claustrophobias, just everything we drew we needed, and that's a win right there. And to be honest, I'd love to do 3 videos with this, but I'm limited on time right now, so I'm gonna have to go now, but we're not gonna end it. We're not gonna end it disappointedly like that. If you look at our gold count, you might notice something. That's enough. Can we hit a planeswalk? I mean, there's just something that doesn't go into Gruul would be lovely right now. And it's frozen my game. Ooh, I got that priest guy again. So I've actually gotten a different coloured bomb right now. What else do we hit? We hit the artifact guy. And then everything else is pretty meh. This guy's alright, I guess, but... No, actually he's terrible, my bad. I was thinking of the other one. But that's gonna have to be the end of our quest today. As you can see, if you look here, 2 empty quest spots where I'm not gonna do this one because I refuse to use a deck wizard. It's terrible and it makes me feel bad. I should be getting another 40 gold from here once this is done, so things are looking up for the Nikki world. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for the shorter video, but I'm actually already 5 minutes late because that kind of overextended. So yep, thank yous, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow.